Hello, Silkies. I bet you didn't think you were going to see me again, but here I am. I'm in a new location, as you can tell from the background, but where is it? It's actually anonymous right now. I'm not going to say where. Some of you know where I am, some of you don't. Most of you don't. Okay, so I'm trying to get used to the angle because if I stare at my screen, it looks like I'm looking up in the air. So I'm going to do my best to focus on the camera so it can look like I'm talking to you all. Okay, so I'm actually on a time limit today. It sucks, I know, I'm sorry. I mean, it's been like over a month, I think, since my last video. And I know I said I was going to do quite a few videos, but once again, in my last vlog, I also said if I disappear for a while or don't say anything at all, you know that something's going on or whatever. Okay, so if you didn't see that vlog, just go ahead and check it out. If it sounds like I'm yelling, sorry, because my camera is a lot further away than it was, and there's a possibility you're gonna hear my kids in the background. Alright, so this vlog is actually a pretty serious one, and I just got a message from a photographer. Okay, yeah, I'm looking, because this is different, the screen's like way different. I'll do my best to try to adjust it, but once again, it's not my usual setup. Alright, so what's been going on? I'm gonna try to make it not be a story time, but it's gonna kind of be like a story time because quite a bit of stuff was going on. Some of it was going on during my last vlog, and I didn't really talk too much about it. I just kind of skimmed over it. But it's not all bad news, so I'm going to go ahead and say like the bad stuff first, and then go ahead and talk about the positive stuff, because there is good stuff I wanted to talk about too. Let's see. So, during, like, I'd say the end of last year when I was doing my last vlog, and also during the time where, towards now, you know, it's February going on March soon, I believe in like 7 days or something, like about a week, and February is going to be definitely over, and quite a bit's happened in that time, and I was expecting 2019 to be a lot more positive, but what it's been like, I'd say negative, but at the same time, what happened was more of what needed to happen. You know, growth is never like, it's never a always happy all the time positive thing. So before I start the story, I'm just gonna let you guys know if you're easily offended or you don't like curse words, whatever, don't listen to this. I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist, but I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist, so I'm going to tell things the way they are. Okay, so I know some of the people who are going to be mentioned in this video, I'm not saying their names, but they know who they are. They're probably going to be watching it because I don't know why these people watch my videos or stalk my things and they have an issue with me. It's kind of strange that you're watching my life and they have an issue with me. So, as the title is probably going to say, this is about fake friends, mostly, which is the most negative part about it. And I had like an epiphany the other day, which is kind of like, duh, should have had a V8 type of thing. And it was that a lot of people, because I'm a public figure, a lot of people do want to use me because of that. And that's the sad thing about being a public figure. I'm not even like a huge celebrity, and there's people who do things like that to me. And I know it happens to people who aren't public figures. People do get used. It just is a part of life. People try to use you. But when you're like in a public eye like I am, they think I owe them something, and I really don't. And it irritates me. And being a Taurus, which is my zodiac sign, I detect shady people really easily. I'm not saying other signs don't do it, but with Taurus, and because I know other Taurus, when we sense someone who's really shady, or who's not loyal, we cut them off usually, or we just like distance ourselves from them. And that was a lot of my case between the end of last year and up to now. Of course, I don't talk to these people anymore, so I'm not really concerned about them at this point. So I'm going to start with the biggest one, work my way down. So my biggest thing was my current ex. We were friends for a few months. We didn't work out, and friends slash roommates. What did I say? Current ex. The one I was roommates with for a while. So we were just gonna be civil, whatever. And this person is like, I guess the best way to describe him as a narcissist. And for a while, I was like ashamed to say anything about it because, I mean, because of their like their abusive nature, it's kind of like, it's not something you really want to talk about. It's something that's kind of shameful when you're going through it. And I didn't really pick up on it at first, but the way we started out was kind of like really strange. But only very few people know about how our relationship started and what was going on. Even less people knew what was going on, except for people that I felt closer to around that time. They knew. Not the people that I cut out, but there's people I felt closer to, and I told them what was going on. And a lot of people were saying that this person was a narcissist. You gotta get away from them. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. And I did try my best to get away. I am away from that person now. They are a parent, and I found out a lot of things about them from someone else. I'm not gonna say who. It was another ex, and they actually didn't really care about their kid. They never really made much of an effort for them, and I actually saw that myself. And when it came to my kids, I'm very close to my kids. They had like an issue about how close I was with my kids. And it's probably because their own relationship with their own parent, their own mom wasn't, you know, close, and they were estranged with their dad or whatever. And they didn't really value family and just try to make things difficult for me and my family. My kids are great now. They're fine. I fought my hardest for them. I will always do that for my kids. I will never let any person ever come between me and my kids. And I will never allow someone to think they're going to cause trouble for my family. You know, if I consider you family, whether we're blood or not, do not cross me and my family, because hell hath no fury like a mother scorned, honestly. And so karma is going to catch up to this person. And I know they probably watch my videos to keep an eye on whatever I'm doing, because that's the type of person they are. But karma will catch up to them. And I know this for a fact. May not be now. It's probably going to be sometime later. Who knows? But I already know this thing. I'm highly intuitive. I know these things catch up. People do not get away with things. I know that some of my posts on Facebook, if you follow me, has shown that I was upset. And I was honestly being real there. I was honestly showing how upset I was. And because a lot of people think that because of what I've done, modeling, YouTubing, that I don't have issues. And I really don't understand, like, you know, you put people on these pedestals on YouTube because we're actually people with real problems like everybody else. Just because someone's attractive or whatever, they still have problems. And a lot of people will say, oh, haha, this happened to you, but these same people that are like ridiculing and making comments like that, they're going through their own shit, you know? So to act like you're better than someone because they're going through problems just makes you a really shitty person. And speaking of which, going on to the other thing, because I'm done talking about that ex, because blah, moved on. Don't care about him, don't think about him. There were a couple of friendly acquaintances that I had met through the goth scene, and also through my side thing where I was working more on my spiritual self. I mentioned that in the hurricane video that I did last year, and I said that I kept my public figure life separate from that life, which was, you know, focusing on more of a metaphysical part of me But somehow the members had discovered that I was a public figure, and like they were really weird about it. Like it just would randomly pop up in weird conversations, and I'm just like, okay, so you looked me up, you saw my stuff, all right, so what, you know? And I think one of them actually was commenting on my stuff recently, and I'm not sure because I'm just taking a guess. And they were making comments about, it just seems like they're kind of vindictive, almost like envious or something. I don't know what the deal is, honestly. But the thing that kind of did it for me with those people, with the spiritual stuff, is when I was going through a hard time and I reached out to them because they helped me out during hurricane time, and I never really bothered with them. You know, I never asked them for anything really. Asked for that really, because I'm just not that type of person. I'll try to handle my things by myself without any help before I just go ahead and just ask someone else. And they were really like cold about it. You know, they didn't try to help. They asked me what was going on. I told them what was going on because I hadn't talked to them for a while, and they just would just shrug their shoulders and like gave me the cold shoulder. So I'm just like, if any of you guys are watching this and you were a part of that and you're still talking shit about me, you're dead to me. I don't give a flying fuck. I won't be reaching out to those people again. And for a bit, it made me feel like, okay, so I did nothing to these people. Don't insult them or anything. Only seen them a few times. I wouldn't say they're like best friends, more like acquaintances. But it was really fucked up, and I just want nothing to do with them, and I don't ever have to see them again. And it kind of makes me like, it kind of made me like not want to talk to people with that side of myself, because I hardly talk anyway, because I'm gonna be honest, a couple of them seemed a bit shady, but I just kind of like didn't say anything. So I'm just like, okay, well, I don't have to see you every day. I, you know, do whatever. I listened to their problems, whatever. Responded as much as I could for a bit, and then I had my own shit I was going through. So, yeah. I don't care if you're watching this. Just bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't care. Don't contact me. Nothing. None of that. And, God, this video is long. Okay, I'm trying to wrap this up. Then there was a couple of people from the goth scene. I met one just by going out, goth scene. You guys have seen those pictures and stuff that I post on my Instagram and stuff. And I won through that person, which was a dude. So it was a chick and a dude. The chick was married or whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't care. Part of the goth scene, part of the BDMS scene. And she seemed cool at first. Like, she just kind of seemed like really fake. Like, she wanted to be everybody's friend, be everybody's circle. And I'm just like, fine, maybe she's just outgoing, whatever. Thought she was cool. I kind of thought she was hitting on me a few times, but I'm pansexual, bisexual, so I don't care. But I wasn't interested in her in that way. I just kind of want to, like, you know, meet new people in the scene. And most of the time in the scene, there aren't many people of color in the scene, and she was a person of color, and that kind of got the conversation going. So everything was fine, at least I thought so, up until the point where there was one night we were hanging out, and the other person that I'm going to talk about, he was there as well. And it was just like, she was like friends with one of my exes, and because of that particular ex, not the one I mentioned before, he has a tendency to run his mouth a lot, and he has a big mouth, and that relationship was very short because he just had too much drama with him. So, but anyway, I made a post about cutting off people who were associated with any of my exes or friends with them, because I thought those particular people that I mentioned were shitty people. And it wasn't just about him. It was about the past three that were starting things, not every single ex that I had, because not every single ex is trying to start like drama or talk crap about me. Some of them actually move on like you're supposed to, and or we're kind of like we're not like on friendly terms. We're kind of like on civil terms, or we just don't care. And not all my exes are like that. I'm not gonna be one of those people who says all my exes are crazy, because they're not. They're just, some of them we just didn't work out. And so she was mutual friends with that person, and she like would find me on social media like everywhere, and I didn't even tell her. So that's when I figured there was a stalking problem, and someone else had mentioned that too. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, I get stalked online all the time, so I'm just kind of like, whatever. And so I told her about a particular ex, and she was wondering what was going on. Then I re-added her, and then like maybe a week later, that ex contacted me like, oh, you need to get over me and grow up, and blah blah blah, saying all this crap. I'm just like, who is this? You know, I'm just like, who the hell is talking about you? And I guess somehow the story got twisted around, and he thought, based on what she said, that I was still not over him or something. I'm like, dude, please, don't flatter yourself. And it was about a status, whatever, and I explained it, but who knows? You know, it just kind of made him look like an idiot. And I don't know if he ranted about it on his social media, because that's what he does. He's a YouTuber too, so whatever, dude. Anyway, I cut her out, but I was still kind of associated with her friend, and we hung out a few times, which is the dude. He's not a person of color, and we hung out a few times, and things seemed okay, you know. He'd ask me to hang out sometimes, whatever, and then like it got to one night, which was New Year's Eve, where I saw Doyle live, and I was just like in a crappy mood. I'm just like, you know what, it's New Year's Eve, I'm just gonna go ahead and go. It's fun, whatever. And so when New Year's Eve hit, then she pops out of nowhere, the girl crawls out of her drunken rock from under her rock, just like, oh, I'm just gonna go and go home with them. And she knew I didn't like her, and that friend knew I didn't like her because she started drama with my ex that I don't care about. And I'm just like, okay, this is tense. You know, I thought maybe she was gonna try to do something, like try to fight me or something, because I'm not no fucking bitch. I might be quiet sometimes. I might not say nothing because I'm going to be the mature one, but you provoke me, I'm going to kick your ass. So I was just ready, just calm, quiet, talking to my other friend around that time, which was not with us. And it was just tense the whole way. And then like this friend, the male friend, after he dropped her off, he took me home and he asked me for a hug, and I'm just like, okay, sure, I'm a hugger, whatever. And I've already explained this on my Facebook, because like I deactivated my Facebook because I was just in a bad mood, especially after that night. I'm just like, I don't want to be on social media. Let me just get off of social media for now. I come back on social media, I can't remember why, and he writes this long ass status ranting about me that night. Even though he acted like everything was fine, he was talking about this other girl behind her back, saying he was tired of her and her bullshit. And he's like, yeah, blah, 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 too nice. And you had all these people agreeing with him. And a couple of them I recognized. And there was another one that was owner of this goth club that I went to. It was fairly newish. I only did like once a month type of thing. And I'm just like, really? They're just going to talk shit about me like that? And I'm just like, oh, see if I ever go there again. Nope, not supporting this anymore. And it just makes me like hate like the goth scene. I'm just like, I'm getting too old for this shit. Like, grow up, people. And I think this other person who wrote the status was actually older than I am. I know the other chick is older than I was too, I think. And I was just like, yeah, that's enough of that. You know, don't talk to me. Fuck you, whatever. And I guess his friends, some of who saw what I wrote, had said something like it was immature of him to do that. It was uncalled for. I agree with you. I'm not going to say who they are, but some of the people who saw his status just said that. And I'm like, yeah, so it's not just me who saw that. Some of my fan base saw it too, and are just like, okay, that's weird. And I had someone that I knew say like, okay, this dude probably had a crush on you and was expecting something more. And I was just like, ew. When I want to be friends with someone, that's all I want to be. And if you got hidden motives, that's your fucking problem. Okay. Wow, this video was longer than I thought. I may have to cut bits and pieces out of it. But anyway, good news is I'm doing the videos, and I actually, it's going to be delayed quite a bit. It's not going to be as much as it was before, but I'm doing my best. I'm getting things straight with myself after dealing with all of this colossal drama, and I know there's going to be more. I know there's going to be more things, more hurdles, more blockages that I have to deal with. But I'm a fucking fighter. I'm a lover fighter. I'm strong. I do bounce back. These people aren't going to stop me from attaining my goals. But anyway, I also got another patron for my Patreon. So after hearing all that, if you don't think you should support me, help me out with this, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for your support. And I've been getting comments on my videos. Thank you, my older videos. But thank you guys so much for commenting and sharing and putting your input and making suggestions. I am paying attention to your suggestions. I will get to them when I can. And this is just going to be another blockage, you know, just along the way, you know, bigger and better things hopefully in the future. And I'm almost at 2K subscribers. That was one of my goals. One of you asked me on Instagram what one of my goals was, and that definitely was one of my goals. So thank you so much for the new subs or whatever, and like, subscribe, share, become a patron if you haven't, and thanks for watching my video, and hopefully you sat through this whole rant. If not, I don't blame you. Whatever, it's long. It's like 20 minutes almost. So if you want to sit through that, awesome. Goodbye, Sokies.